The Fairest Land by Marietta, Holley. Read for LibriVox.org by Heidi Pack. 'Twas a bleak, dull moor that stretched before the low stone porch of the cottage door. And standing there was youth and maid. He for long journeying seemed arrayed. And the sunset flamed in the burnished west, and a proud throb beat in the young man's breast, as he whispered, "Sweet, will you come to me in that fairer land beyond the sea? The wonderful western land, in dreams I have seen its prairies green, and gleams of its shining waterfalls, valleys fair. And a voice in my dreams has called me there, where man is a man and not a clod, and must bend the knee to none but God. A home will I make for thee and me in that fairer land beyond the sea." But the cruel seas, where the fated ships go down to their doom. But he kissed the lips, the trembling lips, till they smiled again, and his bright hopes cheered her heart's dull pain. And she laid her head on his hopeful breast, and looked with him to the glowing west, and said, I will come to thee, to that fairer land beyond the seas." And the crimson light changed to daffodil, to ashen grey, but they stood there still. And high o'er the west shone the evening star, as still he pictured that home afar. "The peace and the bliss our own at last, when this dreary parting all is past. When my heart's dear love, you come to me in that fairer land beyond the sea." So he sailed, but saddest 'tis alway not for those who go, but for those who stay. And her sweet eyes gathered a shadow dim as days went by with no news of him. And weeks and months. But at last it came, as the grey moor shone with the sunset flame. Her quick eyes glanced the strange lines o'er, then she fell like dead on the cottage floor. 'Twas a stranded ship on a rocky coast, one true heart brave when hope was lost. How he toiled till all the shore had gained, and only a baby form remained on ship. How he breasted the surging tide, with death a-wrestling side by side. How he lifted the child to its mother's knee, as a great wave washed him out to sea. And for days the maid in the cottage door sat and looked o'er the dreary moor. Her cheeks grew white 'neath her blinding tears, and the sunset rays seemed cruel spears that pierced her heart. And ashen grey turned the earth and sky, the night, the day. But at last a star shone high above, the tender star of the heavenly love. For as her life ebbed day by day, the high country, the fair alway, rose for her eyes the safe sweet home, and she seemed to hear, "Love, will you come?" And so one eve, when a bridge of gold seemed spanning the last sea dim and cold, she went to him, for aye to be in the fairest land beyond the sea. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.